So I made this last night. Didn't turn out the greatest, but it's still pretty good actually once I stir it. The It was like my worst outcome result in prepping food. It's not that bad actually. When I look at the short grain brown rice, the way that turned out, it looks a little bit like the macro bento consistency or texture. But the macro vegetarian products I used to buy up north, the ones I used to get up north at a health food store, they're commonly sold at health food store, macro vegetarian products. Yeah. Now the short grain brown rice here has a bit of that same amount of water content or texture. I used 2 bottles of filtered spring water, but I overly baked accidentally last night. Still turned out pretty good though, even though it doesn't look as appetizing, obviously. Or, let's say, it's not the same, obviously, recipe. It's my normal sweetened mandarin, ginger garlic mandarin orange recipe, but I didn't dice up or mincing garlic cloves in their whole form. I used a tablespoon of not granulated, but garlic powder. Yeah, approximately a tablespoon in there, and tangerine juice. I just poured in there. I didn't citrus juice. I put about a tablespoon or two. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I used about maybe 2/3 of a cup, or what would have been like the 5 mandarin oranges I would normally citrus juice. It's just I want to say a tablespoon or two. That's like how I poured it. But visually speaking, it would have been with the Linguini because I just opened up the bottle last night and I saw how much was subtracted from the tangerine juice. Which would have been the same amount, would be 4 or 5 mandarin oranges I would have citrus juice subtracted from the top of the bottle. I just opened in the fridge. So it got a little burnt at the top. You can't really see it in this lighting. Usually, if I wanted something deliberately, pan fried, it would be at the bottom. It's the inverse, but if someone did on purpose, that's one method they could do to make yes, a fried rice variety of if they really want to overly bake. That's one method that they could try to do in the oven in order to make fried rice. And where I did accidentally last night, in a way, I didn't stir the mung bean edamame noodles, and they got kind of crispy and a little bit more difficult. Not really enjoyable. Whereas it's still interesting just to it's edible, but it wasn't the way I would normally make my food, and stir it intermittently, and sometimes mistakes like that I find. Um, I would later on do something, maybe I would repeat that deliberately,